And we are back here at Rock Racing TV in Pineville, Missouri at Rush Springs Off-Road Park for the second half of our course today. We got Rock Bouncers, UTV Bounty Series. However, what is going to kick off our round back? The little guys. They're cute. They don't do as much dust either. So they watered our track quite a bit out there. I heard they're going to go fill it up and hopefully throw it down some more after the right before the bouncers go. So, but we do have our youth class lining up. Our youth class, this is our first year for the youth class, and it has been so much fun to watch the young racers develop and how enthusiastically they go after it. A lot of times they're starting to even pre-run the night before. With our short course last night was a lot of fun to watch. They got out there.
They did a lot of practicing last night.
They did. And I think, again, I kept telling them, like, the faster you go, the funner it is. And I think they finally learned that. And Justin Wills and I were talking a little bit, the more comfortable you get with that, not just the buggy, but also the course, the faster you can go because, you kind of like, oh, hey, I can launch off this jump. It's not going to hurt.
Well, yeah, and especially with something like jumps, like you said, like if you've never done that before, you're like, I don't know if I'm supposed to slow down for all of these or if I could send it, and then one donkey kick or one lawn dart.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh.
Yes, and again, a lot of times they'll kind of putt around the inside of the course. I'm like, go up on that high bank oval, just hit it hard again.
For many of our youth racers, this is their first season ever racing. A handful of them had done some competing before.
Yes.
But, so they've definitely developed a lot, like you said, over this year, and it's been a lot of fun having the addition of this class. The VIN class is also something that we added for this season, and we had that race yesterday. What has been your favorite class of racing to watch? It's okay if you say bouncers. It doesn't have to be one of the new classes. We're just curious.
That's mine, just because that's what I race. But I would say, I don't know. That's hard because youth is a lot of fun to watch because obviously it's a good time to watch all the kids get out there. UTV Bounty is awesome. One of the guys that they do the same course that the bouncers do. So watching those guys get out there and tackle the same course with a much smaller vehicle, a much smaller tire size, a lot less power. Again, I think you're going to see that here in this next course. Again, you can see kind of right above here how violent it's going to be. So that first big ledge, I think you're going to see a lot of guys, a lot of the side-by-sides really were paying very close attention to it. So I think we'll see that kind of shake up a little bit. And then obviously the downhill section is what we just went up. So all those guys that had trouble, some of the rollovers, a couple of vehicles are out because of it. So to watch those guys have so much trouble going up, now we're going to have to go down it. You want to be careful, want to be cautious. Again, there's an overview. Again, we'll be going up and down on the hills we just kind of played on. So I think you're going to see some guys be cautious of that. And then again, literally the whole second half, all the short course stuff is the exact same we just did. So the only really major thing is the first big uphill and downhill. The first big uphill is super violent, and coming down, there's a lot of big ledges. So I think you want to be really careful. The second uphill and downhill, I don't think anybody's going to have problems with. So we're going to see some pretty quick times. Wade Good and Timmy are going. Timmy's going first. Wade's going second. What's even more exciting about that is that's our first place and second place pole sitters, if you will, for going after round one. So it's going to be a straight out the gate, very interesting time. I'm excited to watch them.
Those guys both put down some really fast times. Tiffany, I don't think that Jack is running again. I asked him if he was going to fix it, and he's like, nah, it's too much work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. What's up, Chris Hickman jumping in? Again, Wade Good came in second. Timmy Cameron came in first on the first half of the day. They might flip-flop again, and we see, Wade Good come in first, Timmy come in second, which we have seen many times. Then we have to go through, add in the times. There's like half a second between them. So as long as, if Wade beats Timmy, as long as he beats him by more than roughly half a second, he can take that number one spot for the day. Otherwise, he's going to come in second. So that'll be interesting. Again, that third, fourth, and fifth spot's also super tight. Justin Wills, Daniel Heckley, and Brandon Davis, all those guys are, at that again, going into the last race. After the last race kind of got shook up a little bit. Going into the last race, there was only 9 points separating them. So I'm interested to see how that plays out this season. So, and again, we have 2 courses left after this weekend. Dyersburg's always fun, kind of wild. So,
if you guys aren't familiar with what we're talking about with points and combined times, then our drivers are racing for points. There's an assigned point value for each place that the drivers finish in. And if we have, listening to the radio.
Yes.
If there is a tie in points, then we go to the combined times from both of the courses for the drivers, and then whoever had the fastest combined times, that's how we break that tie and decide the winner that way. We've got our youth drivers getting lined up on the starting gate, at the starting gate. Gatlin Wheels is on the line, ready to kick things off for us. And just to officially welcome you back to Hillside Live, we are at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri for the CRRS number 3, presented by CA Tech. This is round 2 for all 3 of our classes today, starting with the youth class, the then UTV Bounty, and then the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class.
Ken Gatlin taking off there. She has that same wrap as her dad, Justin Wills. Again, you can see Justin and his wife over there sitting next to us. Among many of the parents that will be coaching our youth along.
Matt, do you have a rundown from course 1 for our youth class?
I did, right up until I deleted it about 2 seconds ago.
Oh, bad timing. All right, I can do it the old-fashioned way. All right, I got our top 5 anyway. From course 1 in our youth class, Ava Garner had the fastest time. Eva Coots had second fastest. Those were 107 and 109. Then Clara Hoback in third with a 112. Gatlin Wills in fourth with a 113. And Brantley Havens, Gatlin had a 113.6. And then Brantley Havens with a 113.8. That's how things were standing for your top 5 after course 1. This is Gatlin Wills out on the course right now. She is kicking things off for our second round. We'll see if she can move up from that number 4 spot. Mary Carroll says, yeah, all girls top 3. That's right. To be fair, it's almost all girls.
It is. It really is.
In this class, which is awesome to see. It's super fun to see them all come out here. They got their pink fire suits on, but their game faces,
yes,
to go with it. And they're practicing and putting in the time pre-running last night.
Wow.
118.494. That was Gatlin Wheels.
Getting moving.
All right, this is Eva Coots on the line now. Eva had a great run on course 1 with a second place time. Eva Coots. We had 3 young ladies all coming to race with Adam Coots this weekend. And they are all driving the same 200. So that thing is getting a workout today.
I can only imagine.
Our drivers have a nice long course this weekend, utilizing the short course here at Rush Springs Ranch. One of my favorite features that we get to race on. There's pretty much always hills wherever we go, but not too many parks have a short course like this. So glad that we get to use that and give the drivers something different to race on, change things up just a little bit. And especially for our youth drivers, I think this is the longest course that we've ever had them race on this season. So definitely the time spent practicing last night for many of the young drivers did practice lots of laps last night. Definitely well worth it to make sure that they don't get lost, confused out on the track. Although we do have lots of dads and other track helpers out there on all the any tricky corners to make sure that they get pointed in the right direction.
Man, she's flying. Here she comes. Woo! Yeah, looking good.
All right, Eva Coots is through the finish line. 116.018. That was 10-year-old Eva Coots.
116.018. Eva Coots. Not too shabby. We got the man, the myth.
All right, I think I see Brantley Havens pulling up to the line, part of that Rock Life off-road racing team. I believe Brantley said he was 11.
Yes, 11.
As well, our racers range from about 5 to 11 in this class. And from first-timers to seasoned, or, well, as seasoned as you can be of a driver at 11 years old. Brantley is one of only 2 young gentlemen drivers that we have in this class. The rest are all ladies. Don't see that very often. We kind of flip things.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah. That's good. We need a new generation of lady drivers rising through the ranks here.
Yeah.
Can you see Gatlin in like 10 years?
Oh, my goodness.
Shoot, 5 years.
Yes. I'm sure she will be super sassy. I can only imagine.
And she'll translate all the sass into her driving. Brantley's definitely got his style and his branding on point.
Yes, I
You'll
agree.
always see him in his black cowboy hat. He's got these cool stickers. He brought me one earlier and came and talked to us for a little while. Very nice young man.
Oh, yeah, here he comes. Freeze lightning. Holy crap, he's flying, folks. Let's go, Brantley.
Zach.
Again, Brantley's one of our regular season drivers as well.
101.
With a smoking time of 101.095, Brantley Havens is our new leader for Course 2 in our UTV youth class.
We got Blake Heckley.
All right, this is Blake Heckley.
Ready? Let's go. Send it.
Blake Heckley, no stranger to the off-road racing world. Her dad, Daniel Heckley, been racing with us for several seasons now in the bouncer class, and this year joining the UTV stock class as well. Blake and her sister Dallas been racing with us most of this season in the youth class. I think it's really cute that they have the same color scheme as what their dad's bouncer
I love it.
looks like. They've got the blue and white
They had little shirts, too, that
theme
were
carried
super
through.
cute.
Oh, yes. Got to represent.
It was pretty cute.
You can see Daniel Heckley out there waiting for Blake to come around, make sure she stays going in the right direction. She's so little. You gotta wonder what it looks like from their perspective in these little 170s and 200s. Probably feels like they're going so fast around this course. I know I would have felt pretty cool if I'd had something like this to drive at 5, 6, 7 years old.
Come on, let's go, Blake. Let's go. Mom, you need some cheer. Grandma, you got cheer. Come on, baby, let's go, let's go. Here she comes. Go.
Looking good. Nice smooth run. Come on, Blake.
Woo! Yeah. Come on, girl, come on.
Well done. $156.712, and I just want you guys to know that her time on course 1 was a 182, and she just went from that to a 156. So well done, Blake Heckley. We'll see who we've got coming to the line next. I think this might be Molly
is.
Bogue.
You're right.
Taylor, maybe you could let them know. Yes. Yep, Molly Bogue. So Adam Coots told me this was his bonus daughter. This is her first time racing with us. Glad to have her out here joining the fun this weekend.
And she's doing great, by the way. I mean, again,
She's done an awesome
very comfortable.
job.
Very comfortable in the rig.
I hope you guys were able to watch earlier today before we took our little afternoon break and catch course 1 for all 3 of our classes. But if not, as always, you'll be able to go back and see that on Facebook, also on YouTube. And don't forget, as always, that we will be posting the nominees for the Skinny Pedal Award from this weekend. We'll put together a short compilation video of the nominees so you can see those wild moments that they had this weekend. And go to the website and you just click on their name. It's super easy to vote, and it's been a fun addition to the season. I know some of the drivers, you know, if you win the Skinny Pedal Award, you probably weren't doing what you had hoped you'd be doing for the weekend, but you still get a cool trophy out of it, and it's definitely been a lot of fun choosing those nominees and putting those videos together and everything, and being able to go back and catch some of those crazy moments. So make sure you guys don't forget that once that gets posted, you can go to the website and vote.
Woo! Here she comes. Go watch
Justin Wheels was our Skinny Pedal Award winner from our last race at Hollywood.
Again, anybody who's watching that knew incredibly. It was just absolutely insane run. So, again, not an award you want to win, but it is kind of cool.
And that was 131.990 for Molly Bogue.
31.990.
That was Molly with a 110.9. Good enough for second place, sitting right behind Brantley Havens with that 101. Got Ava Gardner on the line, sounds like.
Ava Garner had the fastest time on course 1 with a 1:07. She was laying down some real fast times practicing last night too. She just came out. She was just doing her own thing. I don't think she even knew that she was being timed or beating some of the other little drivers. She was just having a good time. Pretty sure she was singing to herself while she was driving. That's what it looked like anyway.
Come on, baby, let's go, let's go.
Looking good so far, Ava. All right, she's coming into the home stretch. Feeling pretty comfortable on those jumps out there. Oh, that one was a little bit of a rough landing.
I'll say that the only downside is kids
slow her down,
make it a little while when they get comfortable, but we appreciate it.
109.510 for Ava Garner. That's a second place time right now. Brantley Havens has the fastest time with a 1:01, then Ava with a 1:09, and Eva Coots with a 1:16. Those are your top 3 for course 2 right now. We've got Hunter Vargo on the line. Come to find out this morning when I was chatting with him and his family, they are also from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. What a small world.
Which is super cool to be 10 hours from home and find friends.
We're in Missouri right now.
We're like 3 states away. I like his whips. That's pretty cool. I think Justin Wills kind of made whips famous on the back of a buggy.
This is Hunter's second time racing today. He raced at AOP, Adventure Off-Road Park, in Tennessee, but I think it was June or so. They had a side-by-side event out there. So another reason that I've been glad to have the youth class added for this season is it gives these kids another place where they can go race, because there's not a whole lot of options out there for a 170 or 200 class like this, and for kids these ages to go out and race and just have fun and not have to be doing a bunch of crazy traveling to get to every single race, and it just gives them another outlet for that. There's only a handful that I know of that race this class. I mean, you can race at Mid-America.
And we've seen Mid-America add their short course series. We've seen Ultra 4 now does a youth class as well.
And that's new. That was new for this year too.
Yeah, and I think they added it. They saw our success and saw how much fun it was. And, hey, we can do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents are already there. And the 170 isn't that hard to pack in the trailer.
Yeah. So and it just gives the kids even more options to have a place to go out and race. So I'm glad that we have that for them. Hunter Vargo. 1:08.361, finishing in style there.
Okay, that's good enough. Second place?
That's a second place time right now. That pushed Ava Garner down to third.
Again, Brantley still hanging on to that number 1 spot.
We've got Clara Hoback on the line now.
Like you said earlier, we have several side-by-sides doing double, some even triple duty this weekend. Again, Clara was another person who was doing a little pre-running. Got to feel a little more comfortable with it.
She did, and she wasn't quite sure how she felt about the jumps. And Justin, her dad, was kind of coaching her. You know, you zoom up to them,
Yep.
and then you kind of slow down and go over them, trying to feel them out and learn not to lawn dart or
Yeah.
anything too hard. And
Although
so we'll see if she takes that tactic or if she decides to just go for it.
We did
Full
see our
send.
first youth rollover this year as well.
We did. That was at what, Hot Springs?
It was, which is kind of crazy. I mean, we had some pretty big holes there. Took a bad bounce just at like the right angle. Again, it was more of a tip over, but
Yeah.
got Tim
was
Bacon
an
in the
easy
chat.
one.
What's up, buddy? We miss you, Tim Bacon.
We miss all the Bacons.
Well, some of them. You know, I'm going to say that. I'm going to be honest.
Okay, I miss the
We
Bacons.
miss some of them, okay? You know who you are, all right? I hope. I'm going to get so much hate mail from them later.
Now they all think it's them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll be like, just wait. They'll show up.
All right, looking good, Clara. Stay with it. Don't let up now.
Daniel Moore in there. What's up, buddy? He's out here helping us a lot, too. One of Clyde's good buddies. Mama Ho back over there cheering him on. Come on! I think every parent in coursework is also just that standard windmill. Like, keep going, come on.
You know, I gotta say, I think I've seen Clara drive a little more aggressively
Oh, yeah.
than she is today. So I don't know if it was just
Maybe the jumps.
the 122.785. It might just be the afternoon slump.
Maybe.
You know, they're children, and it's after lunchtime, and they've been playing hard all day. They raced this morning.
Got Dallas Heckler in the line.
All right, I do think that Dallas is going to wrap up course 2 for our UTV class. Our UTV youth class, rather. After this, we will move on to UTV Bounty.
Dallas barely sees over the steering wheel. It is so cute. Wait, what you got back there, Taylor?
We need GoPros
You got some-
inside the...
Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine how much
170s
fun
and
that would be
200s.
with the kids' class? I mean, adults would be cool to watch, but the kids would be awesome.
What we need is the kids to be, like, mic'd up, too.
Oh, my goodness.
I follow someone on Instagram with this, like, 4-year-old snowboarder.
Yes.
And they mic her up, and she talks to herself, and it's the most adorable thing ever. It's so cute and so funny what she, is talking
Yeah.
to herself while she's snowboarding. And I feel like we would have the same results
So we have,
some of these kids.
at the short course series from Mid-America, our radios are typically on scan, so it picks up all radio traffic, even if we're not going to key in on their channel. So during the youth race, almost all the kids have headsets. They can, in their, comms, so they can talk to their dad. The dad has a headset. Hearing some of those conversations is the funnest and most adorable thing ever. Like, Dad, I gotta hit this bump. I know, buddy. Stop talking. You gotta focus straight. Okay, Dad, thanks. Stop talking. He's like, all right, Dad, we'll try to cut it down. No, just stop talking the radio. It's so funny. I'm over there trying to run a camera laughing, just trying to shake my cameras. They're all going by, It's pretty comical. He's like, Dad, this is a lot of fun. Thanks. I really appreciate you, Dad. I'm like, it's such a great show. I love it. Like, or they'll say, like, I love you, Dad, at the starting line. All right, get ready, buddy. You're about to go. And he's like, thanks, Dad. I love you. And I'm like, you're not great.
That's what it's all about.
It's really pretty neat. And you can tell it's genuinely like, man, I really appreciate that guy,
Yeah. All right, so new goal. We need to mic up some of these kids.
We just record the radio traffic. It's hilarious. Dallas Heckley coming in for a finish. Get zooming in strong.
Yeah, Taylor, you can get right on that, right?
I heard some rattle
No
back
big
there.
deal.
You got some snacky snacks back there, dog? 136.437?
467.
67, all right.
136.467 for Dallas Heckley. That is it.
All right. Sounds like our leaderboard's good. Leaderboard is up. Brentley Havens with a 101 coming in first place. Hunter Vargo squeaking in second with a 108. Ava Garner, that's your top three right there, 109. Molly coming in with a 110. Eva right behind her. Gatlin Wills coming in sixth. Clara Hoback coming in seventh. Dallas Heckley coming in eighth. And Blake Heckley coming in ninth. Again, the Heckley sisters right next to each other, you know. Little civil rivalry, I'm sure, there. I was like watching our awards with the youth class. We do read all of our youth names at the awards. I was made aware after we did an awards banquet. One of the moms came over and said, "Hey, one of our youth members were really sad because they didn't get to hear their name. They thought everybody got to hear their name, not just top 3, top 5." They said, "Next time, can you read all the names?" And I said, "Absolutely."
That's right. We run through
absolutely.
All. Don't
So we
matter
run.
How many of
It is, and it's so neat because they're all there. They all like hearing their name. You know, it's such. I mean, I'm 41. I like hearing my name called. So you know, it's super cool to see them, and they all show up. It's really neat. Like I said, we run through all the names at the awards. And
I'm gonna start giving you an honorable mention every time we do trophies, Matt.
Yeah, I would do it. Give them a sticker or something. All right, here's our bounty and UTV bounty and big bouncer course. As you can tell, it's a lot. This is a very, very overhead picture from the view. Again, there's a lot of track out there. So got some uphill, downhill. That first uphill, as they come out the starting gate, they got that first uphill and downhill. I think you're going to see more crashes, rollovers, and breakage right there than all of the rest of it combined. So UTV Bounty, those guys are going to get a pretty hard hit. Again, that first uphill is very, very violent. Downhill is what we just raced up, and we had a couple of guys that, you know, DNF due to breakage or whatever. And then the second uphill and downhill is with the side-by-sides race yesterday. I don't think that's near as bad. I think it'll be a little bit funner, a little bit fun, a little bit fast. And then after that is just the short course series, which is a lot of fun. So, again, we'll finish the short course series, or the short course area, and then after that we'll come back and race the finish line. That wraps up our youth class. Now we're headed to the UTV Bounty. Again, these guys run the same exact course that the big bouncers do. So this will be interesting. I'm excited. Again, I have a lot of respect for these guys because they race the exact same course we do, and we have a much, much bigger tire than they do. So it's pretty interesting to watch some of these guys run. And also, again, like I said, I have a lot of respect for them. Just because they have such a, you know, they have to be very accurate with their UTV Bounty series because they run the same course we do. We have a much bigger tire, a lot more motor.
Bryant says that Brantley threw down at Burner. Too bad he got lost on the first run, though. Yeah, he did have a little bit of a bobble on course one, but not too bad. Basically, our youth class totally changed things up for us between course one
really
and course two. I'm looking at the finishes from both of them right now, and it's all over the place.
Kind of. What's up, Nick Campbell? One of the Campbell race team members.
Oh, my gosh. Where is Gary and when we need her?
Oh, yeah.
I thought she trained them better than this.
Yeah. Taylor said she's at home paying the bills. That's right. Where a woman needs to be, right? Right, Taylor? Right, Taylor?
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
I mean, that's Taylor words, Garion. That's what he said. Taylor's back there starting to sweat. He's like, "I'm just kidding, babe. I love you."
He's like, "I'm not kidding because I didn't say it, Matt."
Listen.
This is how rumors get started.
Yes. Listen to him now.
So he could
listen to him
come and
now.
work.
Dear baby, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me and loving me and helping me. Yes. Let him. Yeah.
All right.
Taylor's out there getting some sweet drone footage earlier.
We'll take anybody who comes to the starting line at this point. Come on. Who wants to race?
Well, I can chuck off DC Thompson's name off our list here. Yeah. He got some killer drone footage this weekend.
Yeah, he's adding one more thing to his multitasking
because you don't do enough around
abilities over here with production.
Taylor doesn't have enough jobs. We're going to give him one more. I mean, technically, you could just send it up in the air and kind of point it in the direction and say hover for a while. There's like 30 drivers walking around down there. They're like, all right.
Well, just so you guys know, if you're joining the show now and you're wondering what you're looking at, you're watching Hillside Live.
Yes.
Welcome to the fun. We are at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri, waiting on our UTV bounty drivers to meander over to their buggies. It looks like Dan Carter got himself ready to go here and is going to kick things off. This is course 2 for the UTV bounty class.
And this is going to be a very, very rough course, or at least the first uphill and downhill section, I think it will be for the side-by-side. So
we only had 3 finishers.
Yeah.
5 racers and 3 finishers from course 1. So
and I don't know if all those are coming back either. That's
we will find out.
We'll see. Again, the attrition rate of these guys, because they do the same course as bouncers do, and we don't pick easy courses. Clyde does not make it gentle on us, okay? He's like, you're professional off-road race car drivers. I'll make this hard. Now, usually the first course is usually a little easier, a little more doable.
You're professional, Matt?
Well, like semi-professional. I seen a shirt the other day I want to buy, and it said famous race car driver, and famous was crossed out, so it just said race car driver. And I'm like, I feel that way some days. Like, yeah.
Oh, I have so many ideas for fun T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
If I had a T-shirt printer.
Yes. We need to get with Clyde. Be like, Clyde.
I guess
hook
I
us
do
up.
know somebody with a T-shirt printer.
Yeah. We'll get Clyde to help us out.
I've tried to give him some good ideas for some ladies merchandise so we'd have some cool stuff. I'm still working on it, girls.
There's
all
not
y'all
a-
out there watching that are tired of the
There's only a few companies
black
that sell.
T-shirts and
Only a few companies that sell off-road ladies wear.
yeah.
Well, there's like 400 that sell off-road wear for men.
True. I'm trying. We'll keep trying. Well, shoot, we had Dan. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
What's he doing?
But he backed out, so I don't know if there's another guy going to run in front of him.
Y'all
or
are killing me.
I seen a youth UTV moving around down there, so I don't know if we got a youth that's going to hop in. I think we're done with our youth, though. What's up, Chris Hickman?
All right. Well, let's check out that drone footage we were talking about that Taylor has been.
It's like
Taylor's been
Oh, look at that! There we
playing
go.
with this weekend. He's honing his pilot skills.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bean?
It's from a commercial.
Oh, okay.
Look at that! Oh, look at that teal and white.
So that's our pit area.
Again, you can see most of the side-by-sides on one side, big bouncer on the other. Kind of make a big horseshoe. It's really easy to be able to back in and put them in there. Again, you can see that kind of rock section that we have. Most guys have kind of crawled up to it, kind of bounced through it a little bit. You want to keep some momentum but not break something right out the gate. You can see a lot of the spectator side-by-side and easy-ups. Got a couple military trucks back there that belong to the park owner. He parks them there, kind of like some grandstand-style seating. Got some easy-ups set up there. Right now, we got a little bit of overcast, and I feel like the temperature has dropped about 10 or 15 degrees since this morning. Again, a great view of the spectators there. There's our production trailer. Again, this is the bottom of the race kill. And then off to the right, you can see the as he pans over, you can see the short course.
Okay, Dan
All right,
Carter.
Dan Carter.
We finally got one out on the course.
Running that Rock Life
Oh,
old school
no.
rap.
What
Zach.
happened?
Motor come on, hey, switch it to reserve.
There we go.
Honda.
Again, watch what Dan's going to do. Looks like he's going to try to carry some momentum into it. Come on, get up there. Oh! Get back on your wheels.
Wait.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
Again, he'll probably wait for a minute, try to get the dust settle a little bit, kind of get a better view of what's going to happen.
Oh, he's not waiting. He's Danger Dan.
Again, feeling it out a little bit. Come on, right there. So close.
This is Dan Carter with our UTV Bounty Class, Course 2. He is the first one out there. You guys are watching Hillside Live at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't think the front end is pulling. He almost made it up right there, but the front end doesn't look like it's pulling when he took off.
Well, this is not a rear-wheel drive only hill.
Oh, no, maybe it is. Yeah. Come on, buddy. That is such a rough section for a side-by-side. Some guy running a 26, 28-inch tire. Oh, so close. What would Dale do? He is running the number 3 on the top of there. Got the old Goodrich wrap on there.
Speaking of Dan Carter, you guys will be able to see him in a new episode of Highway to the Hill pretty soon. Get a little sneak peek at what daily life looks like for Dan when he's not out here conquering hills, being Danger Dan. If you haven't caught any of those episodes or part of that series yet, Highway to the Hill is a project that is new for this season. Nick and Dylan have been traveling around to several of our seasoned drivers and spending a little time with them throughout their week. Going to their job, their business, their daily life, traveling to the races with them, seeing what that process is like for them to get ready and come out to these events. To give you guys kind of a behind-the-scenes look at who our drivers are, more as people than just as racers.
It was funny. I was talking to some of them, and they said, well, it's kind of nice to know that for the people to know that we're not just rich and famous guys. We actually have jobs that we have to do.
Yeah.
So it gives you kind of a much more
appreciation.
much more personal look at what the life is like for an off-road racer. A lot of the guys they follow are seasoned drivers, so this is something we do on a very regular basis. Come on, get up there, Dan. Again, it's kind of bucking him up. You can see he is carrying quite a bit of momentum into it, but again, you can.
Well, he's got about 20 seconds left
to
get moving up this hill. And he is timed out. Ugh, man.
Man, that stinks.
Dan doesn't know that he's timed out.
He doesn't.
Yet, though.
He is going for the gusto.
Enveloped in a cloud of dust.
He is.
And all he knows is he's got to try and get up this hill.
He's like, I'm here to party. I think at this point he's now just frustrated. Like, I'm going to climb this stinking hill.
He is in full-on race mode.
He is. Oh, come on. So close.
Don't tear it up, Dan.
Yeah.
You're already timed out. Oh, man.
Oh, back on his tires. I think he's back on his tires. There we go. Again, you can kind of see the cage poking out of the dust.
Man, heck of a go at this. Hill 2 from Dan Carter. He gave it everything he had. Right up to the last second.
Man, that stinks. Again, we had talked about how difficult that section's going to be for the side by sides. Are we going to have anybody climb it today? Got Nathan King coming out.
Man, his horn must be broken.
It must be.
Not a single time today.
Normally he's hitting that Dukes of Hazzard horn. It's so iconic.
There you guys go. I'll do it for him.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, not like that.
Again, he just watched Dan, so he might be trying to either carry a little momentum into it or...
This hill is so loose and silty.
Oh,
no.
Stay there.
Aw.
He wants to kind of gun it a little bit. You can hear him rev it up a little bit, try to put it.
He's thinking about it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UTV Bounty class.
Just do like that other series. You flip him over.
Tough on parts.
Yes. Man. What does that say?
Oops. Brian, I think you're right. I didn't think that Dan's buggy was sounding right either.
That's
Wasn't giving him the
That's his dad there in
power
the
that he needed.
baseball cap with the sunglasses, talking to him, trying to figure out what's going on. His dad's talking to him, figure out how they can get it flipped back over. It is pretty awesome. Oops.
They said, hey, anybody got snacks? They took off. They took off. Yeah, park there.
Park there, Zach. Just park there. It's fine.
Well, Matt, we haven't gotten to it yet today, so let's talk about finals.
Okay.
We
Okay.
are going to be at Disney. Taylor, could you turn that down just a little bit?
You know what? It's our
Can't-
next
can't
two.
finish a thought when I've
Yeah.
got all these radios
Our
going
our
on.
next thought. Our next two races are going to be so excited. I'm not sure which one I'm more excited about. Obviously next week at Dyersburg with the Iceland guys being there is going to be very special. We'll have a lot of fun. Do some racing there. It's super awesome. Finals. We're first time. I think we're going to have a series race there. I know Clyde has went there and played with some of the guys before. About 8 years ago, they went and played a little bit at Disney. I've been there for Big Meets Run. Played around a little bit, had some fun with it. But some of the courses they're designing, we got to hear a little bit about their drivers meeting this morning. I'm very excited and a little nervous because some of them are not real easy, and one of them is very long and steep. So I'm excited, a little nervous, but it'll be going on at Disney, Oklahoma, right down the road from Jay, Oklahoma. Right down the road from Mid-America. And after that will be our awards banquet. We'll be racing, I believe, 2 courses on Thursday, 1 course on Friday, and 1 course on Saturday.
Yep.
We're also going to have some other stuff mixed out throughout the week. So there's some other cool stuff going on with side-by-sides and RCs and obviously youth class. So excited about it. Again, our not our normal format for a regular race weekend. So Clyde hinted at possibly having a night race, which I think would be awesome.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, now that we're not racing at Mid-America, initially they had talked about having 2 races, like from maybe Thursday night having a race, and then maybe 1 on Friday, and then 2 on Saturday. We talked about having one of the Friday and one of the Thursday or Friday races being a night race at Mid-America, like we saw in the lights with the short course series.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been so awesome, but logistically trying to get all these vehicles from one park to the next and rearrange camping would have been
Yeah, the back and forth was discussed, but
Yes.
decided that was just not
Yeah.
going to work out well, which I think is probably for
Yes.
the best. So
It-
I've never been to Disney. I've heard a whole lot about it.
it's very cool.
I think it's going to be pretty fun and a nice way to sort
Yes.
of change things up for the
Yeah.
end of the year and make finals a little more special.
Some gnarly rocks, kind of like Hammers in that aspect. They have some cool rocks. They're a little smoother, but they're very grippy. So,
Well, and it's not just going to be us there. It's also
Yes.
the Ultra 4 finals.
Yes.
So the event is called Legends of the Fall. And again, so it's not just
Yes.
the NRRA, but also Ultra 4. So there's going to be all kinds of stuff going
And
on during those 3 days of
with
racing.
the cool, they have several waterfalls there, which are kind of cool.
Oh.
Viagra probably being one of the most famous during Big Meets Run. There was lots of people gather on Viagra because it's a hill, but you have to go through a little water before you climb it. So instantly your tires are wet, everything's soggy, and now once 3 or 4 guys run on the hill, it's also wet. So you're trying to climb wet rock. Those of you who have seen Cable Hill know what wet rock is like. Now a little more traction, but there's also a couple bumps in it that kind of bounce you as well. And it's a little grippy enough to where you can't just go in full Bobby Tanner it, if we will. So it's pretty awesome to see. So it'll be a lot of fun, and it kind of has a groove at the top, so you kind of have to pick a way you go. It's a lot of fun. I'm so excited to watch guys race it because I think that will, again, there's a very fine line between going fast and being quick and crashing. So when you're trying to hurl to that front of the pack, as we've seen today with Timmy and Wade's time, between Timmy and Wade today, literally in a 100-second course, there's half a second between them. I think it's incredible. Me and Wade were talking after the first run during a little break, and he's like, honestly, I told Clyde, we could race for 10 minutes, and me and Timmy be half a second apart. He's like, he's like, we can't get away from each other. As hard as we push each other, we literally
One of them
cannot.
would have to have a pretty significant
Yeah.
mess up.
He said, Lily, I think we could both race for 10 minutes. That'd be, point. We'd come up and be like, oh, I beat him, I was so fast. 0.3 second difference. Like, what? Are you kidding me? So between that and, again, our other three, third, fourth, and fifth place being really tight, so that's kind of neat. And, again, Justin Willis had a little slower time today going into it, so we'll see if the other two guys can't capitalize on that.
4 hills, not just 2 like a normal race weekend.
Yeah.
So it's double the points that are available, to change hands there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not at Mid-America, but it's, Jason is part of it, putting everything on, so that there's going to be some fun stuff going on. Jason Robinette, owner of Mid-America. And it's also Halloween weekend.
Yes.
So I know they're going to – I've already seen some of the stuff coming out about, costume competition.
Yes.
And I know for the awards banquet, or I don't know if it's going to be a typical banquet like we've done, but the awards ceremony, then there's going to be concert and all kinds of good stuff. So that's going to be October 27th through 31st. Disney, Oklahoma. Yeah,
I'm excited for the awards because I can only imagine what that's going to be like. Like, hey, guys, we're going to have your awards. We're also going to throw a couple hundred guys with you, too.
And it's Ultra 4 awards.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be one big thing, and it's a big party, basically. So
it's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
If you're able to come, you'll be able to find more of those details as they continue to come out and be finalized in the next week or so, I would imagine. And then you can always go to the National Rock Racing pages, Ultra 4 pages, Mid-America pages, and find out those specific details for everybody's series.
Yep.
And as far as bikini bottoms, you can keep an eye on the National Rock Racing page for the final details of when we're going to start on Friday. I know we told you guys it would be early, like 10 o'clock, like we would normally on a Saturday. So make sure you're paying attention to that if you want to come out and watch or race, so you can be there and not miss any of the action.
I was like, speaking of Bobby Tanner and rock bouncing, I also saw that Ultra 4 announced a few days ago that they're moving the Southern Rock Racing Series versus Ultra 4 Shootout back-to-back door. So I'm super excited. Again, we watched a few years ago, but almost a decade now, Bobby Tanner went out there and set kind of a course record with a just insane run, again in Screaming Blue, appropriately named. We went out there and set a blistering time. So super excited for that, going back to door.
And tried to back up the back door.
Yes. He's a pretty wild guy. Again, he hasn't been racing too much with us this year, so we miss him a lot. He's a great guy. And definitely a man of the people. Was always out helping guys on the hill. Somebody rolls over, he would be sprinting past me to get up on the hill. Like, you okay, buddy? You
always
good?
the first one.
He needs some snacks.
How we
you
did
okay?
it.
He'd be racing past me. I'm like, I need a break. It's so hard. Bobby's like, you okay? You want me to carry you on my back? It's pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Again, watching him go to back door. The shootout's always a lot of fun. Watching the bouncer, kind of the East Coast guys versus West Coast guys, kind of battle it out.
And that's at King of the Hammers.
Yep.
If you guys aren't familiar, in Johnson Valley, California, in February, that's the Super Bowl of the Ultra 4.
Yeah. Yes.
You will. And actually, the Super Bowl happens at the same time.
Yeah, it
as the
does.
Hammers,
It
usually.
does. I'm not saying we haven't watched it on the Jumbotron, but
yeah.
I'm just saying we've seen it there before. Like, a lot of guys will get together and goof off. Sometimes I've literally watched it. One year I watched it in a plane. We watched a little bit right before we took off, and then I finished it as we landed. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Good times. I was like, who won? Okay, yeah, high five. So, again, that's going to be a good time. Like I said, I watched the bouncer shootout. It'll be a good time to watch. I know a lot of people watch the live feed as well. Okay, our website. There we go. You can register for our next 2 races. Again, that's nationalrockracing.com. You can search that or the Southern Rock Racing Series. Both will pull them up.
That is a throwback picture right there.
It is. There's some ornery guys in that picture. Again, they're showing some merch. Again, if you head to type in Southern Rock Racing Series or National Rock Racing Association, a lot of people know it by one name or the other.
Yeah, so the website is nationalrockracing.com, and you can see some of the options there. You can find the results and standings for the season, where everyone is points-wise up to our current race. You can find some of the information and biographies of our season drivers if you want to know a little more about them and what they're driving. There's some merchandise on there, our schedule of events if you want to get on and check out the details and try and make it to a race sometime. That's a good place to go find all that information. You guys can always go to the National Rock Racing Association Facebook page or Rock Racing TV as well.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good time. Like I said, I know you can get registered for that.
Looks like we got Nathan back into the pits now.
I love the horn.
Recovery folks heading down from the hill, so I'd say we'll be back rolling along with Cooper Bentley pretty shortly.
And I know Madison Nathan's sister was definitely paying attention there. So trying to watch the lines, what to do, what not to do.
I'm still not sure why she backed off.
Yeah.
I don't know if she broke something or
Maybe.
or what. I didn't get to talk with her during our break.
Again, some of the times they have like a steering issue. You can't really tell right away until you go over there and talk to them. Oh, look at that. NationalRockRacing.com.
There you go. Check it out.
.com. It's like a
What?
commercial. .com. What's
Life,
that?
life is a commercial to you, Matt.
It really is.
Chris Griggs watching. What's up, Chris? Are you going to come out and race with us anymore this year? All right, Cooper Bentley. Cooper had the fastest time on course 1. This could be a good day for him, depending on how he does with course 2. Shoot, depending on how everybody else does with course 2, it still could be a good day.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, he's leaping up the hill.
Again, it looks like he stayed to that far left line till about halfway up, and then he hugged the middle. Again, there's several big ledges in the bottom half of that. And normally I would say, oh, that's the hardest part, but now he has to come back down where there's several big ledges. So I think you're going to see a lot of guys take their time here.
Taylor, is that your drum? I didn't think so. All right, Cooper, so far so good. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I was just checking, Taylor.
Several rocks following him down the hill. Now it's just this is the exact same course the Cup Series did yesterday. Nothing super crazy, a little bit of a ledge there. And really just a drag race up the hill. Again, up, down and around, and back down.
What was that, Matt?
Up, down, and back. It's like a tie and a tie. Up, down, back and around.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah, just blast that rock out of there.
Yeah, he bellied out a little bit there. Some of these you can see the front end just blasting into.
Digging up all kinds of dirt out here.
Again, that's why I give these guys a lot of respect because they do have such the buggy sits low. They have such a small tire compared to the big bouncers, less horsepower. So you know a lot smaller shock. So we have a lot bigger shock diameter wise and length wise. So you can kind of blast stuff a lot harder in a big bouncer and kind of soaks up a lot more of that. That was one thing Wade said going from a side by side to a big bouncer. He said, I feel,
Cooper!
I can really drive into stuff that I couldn't used to. So
Matt, do you know what he just did?
I did. I was watching.
Flew the coop.
Oh my goodness. Flew the coop. Here we go. Bree is king of the dad jokes. Look at him drifting around that corner. Cooper is flying through this.
No, he's feeling pretty good right
He
now.
is. There we go.
168.760. Man, that's quite the accomplishment.
That he was moving.
Right now for Cooper. Yes.
That was absolutely moving. What's up, Wyatt Wilson? Speaking of guys who went from side by side to big bouncers, Wyatt's jumping in there with us.
All right, is this Tyler Bradley? I do believe it is.
I believe so. Kind of hiding behind the banner back there.
Well,
I see
it's not Madison.
I see
so-
Madison. She's strapped in right behind him. She is set to kill.
So Tyler and Madison both had DNF on course 1. Let's see if they can get some points under their belt now for course 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. If Tyler rolls over, this would be the third time he rolled over in front of Madison this weekend.
The third time that somebody rolled over right
Oh,
before
yeah,
she went.
yeah.
Haley Cooper's time was
Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go.
168.760. That was Cooper's time.
Come on. There we go. I think he's got it.
Nice.
I think the guys are showing the big bouncers the line, but there is kind of a rock that sticks out there that might not work for big bouncers. We'll find out here in a minute.
I don't know if they can see the line through all that dust.
Dan.
Oh, I do hate that for Dan.
But that's kind of the first guy to go. You don't know what to expect, and
Something didn't seem right. His buggy didn't seem like it was running right. All right, remember these hills are a lot steeper in person.
oh yeah,
So if you're looking at this, wondering why he's not just blasting down through there.
and he's doing it in dust too. That's the worst part.
Yeah, he probably can't see either.
There's like a 2-foot ledge to drop off right there.
And there we go. Buggy cut off for a second.
Just ripping wide open throttle right there. You can tell how loose it is just by, these guys are just pinning it right there and not really flying up the hill. Getting up the tape and just following that tape line. Again, this is a little bit longer run. We've already come down this once today, so not anything too difficult there. A couple little jumps, little lips there. We saw Cooper Bentley kind of bottom out a little bit. Taking his time. Tyler's being smart. There we go. Just short course left now. Again, right now, Cooper Bentley is the only person to finish the course other than Tyler. And then we've got Madison King sitting right behind him, watching what he's doing. Hey, he's jumping some jumps out there.
Jumping some jumps.
Having a good time, it looks like.
Glad to see that for Tyler.
Yeah, heck
after
yeah.
Some tough luck on course 1. .236.712. Cooper, the only one to finish both course 1 and 2 in our UTV Bounty class. We just have Madison King left.
He said,
Madison has already been on the podium once this season for our UTV Bounty class at Hawk Pride.
Yep. Her dad came and asked me, he's like, how many girls have ever podiumed? And I'm like, 1, I think. I was like, I don't think we've ever even had girls race the Bounty class before.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of another girl who's raced Bounty. So I would say she is your
I don't
first
know if we've had any.
first podium finish from a Bounty girl, from a girl in Bounty class. I think so. The internet might correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say yes. That is the first time we've ever had a girl on the podium in Bounty.
Added to the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madison has been, this is her first season, first year racing. And she's definitely come out strong. She's pretty fearless when it comes to climbing these hills, and she's not afraid to come out and give these guys some competition. She raced last weekend at Indian Mountain for their Ride for a Cure event and won in the Powder Puff division.
2020, I believe we went down there for that Indian Mountain Ride for the Cure.
Sounds
That was a good
about
time.
Right. Might have even been 2019.
2020, because
Was it
I think it was
2020?
COVID. We had to rearrange some schedules for it. Because we did it also with Pro Rock. They were trying to get their series in as well, I believe.
All right, Madison.
Here we go. It looks like she's carrying good momentum into it.
Oh, no.
Flip down. Get wheels, wheels, wheels.
I think she's good.
I think that's her-
some pretty soft dirt to roll in.
That's her dad on the pit bike running up, just killing. Go, go, go. And her brother is literally right next to her in the orange shirt, giving her that big,
He's telling her, come
giving
on.
that big windmill, going, come on, come on. I think Spencer Grindstaff's down there as well.
That is Cody Kaysen.
Cody Kaysen, okay.
And Trent Ratcliffe. I'm watching her brother, Nathan King, run up the hill alongside her.
Yes.
I think he's trying to tell her she's broke.
Yeah, something's broke.
Front end is not pulling.
Yeah.
At least not the
She went to
driver's
take
side.
off and flung a bunch of dirt.
But I love seeing that. Her brother
Yes.
is the one that's running up there,
Bless his little heart.
trying to help her.
Wow.
I got to give a shout out to my brother because when I raced at AOP a couple months ago and I broke an axle right at the very top of the hill, he was the one running up next to me trying to wave me down too. So shout out to the big brothers
Oh, yeah.
looking out for us girls while we're racing.
All right, we got a replay. I would say it's a front diff maybe, since it didn't look like both tires were spinning, so. You can see Clay Kaysen back there. He had a pretty good rollover yesterday.
Yeah, he's got his arm in a sling, but he's otherwise doing all right. Talked to him for a little while earlier. He had a collision with a tree yesterday.
Yes. A pretty violent collision.
It was.
And somebody was like, Cody was down there, I was talking to him, and somebody's like, man, that sucks, you brought that tree. He's like, no, you want to hit that tree, because if not, you are all the way down here. And you pick up speed as you go down.
Oh, yes.
Trees are your friend.
And the barrel rolls become
like bounces and triple gainers
corner
and
cartwheels.
Yeah. There we go. Again, hitting that ledge, pulled the front wheels just a little bit, and then tipped over. Again, it kind of shows how steep this hill is. Luckily, was able to land back on her wheels.
I think it's her axle, driver's side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you could see
there
it
is.
hanging out that side. Man.
Excellent effort from
All right.
Madison,
We're
though.
going to throw our leaderboard up there. Giving us your leaderboard here for the UTV Bounty Series. Cooper Bentley came in first with a 168 smoking time. Tyler Bradley came in right behind him with a 236. Dan Carter, Nathan King, and Madison all ended up with DNFs again because that course is so furious. And just to the right of that leaderboard, you'll see Tim Cameron sitting in the starting gate. Wade Good is running right behind him. So probably two of our most exciting drivers and people who are sitting first and second for the day are sitting in the starting gate. Here we go. Timmy Cameron, again, had your fastest time. Wade Good came in second. Brandon Davis came in third. Daniel Heckgood came in fourth. Kenneth Cozing came in fifth. That was your top five of the first course. Here we go. Made quick work of that downhill section. And it's just bouncing down that hill. Got a monster trucking right through that.
Timmy's going to set the bar for the whole rest of our Brannick Motorsports bouncer class.
He is. Tagging a couple rocks as he's shooting up there. Man, using that rear steer. We got a big rock rolling down the hill. Looks like a stop there. Good place for it. Again, I think he's going to shine over there in the short course. Woo, jumping out the gate. Absolutely flying through that corner.
There he is.
Wow. Those rocks are pelting the side of the production trailer if you can't hear in the background. Just stirring up dust. Screaming to that finish line. Whoa! Woo!
Wow, what a run.
That is a heck of a run. We got a 1:28.282. But he said we need to go check the camera. He said he might. I think he knocked the camera down real quick, or our beam.
All right, so there it is, the time to beat.
Man, he was flying.
And here's Wade Good, the one that's going to
try. Yeah, the one guy that wants to upset Timmy right now is sitting right behind him, watching his entire run.
So Wade is first in points, or was coming into this weekend right now for the Brannick Motorsports bouncer class, followed by Timmy, and then Daniel Heckley, Justin Wheels, and Brandon Davis. Those are your top 5.
And they were
points coming into this weekend.
Wade was 15 points ahead of him. 15 points ahead of him coming into this weekend. Timmy picked up 3 points on the first run, so that puts him 12 points ahead of him. So even if Timmy was to win second course of the day, he still would be about 9 points ahead of him for the season. So. And he said, well, even if Timmy gets me on both courses at Dyersburg, I'm still sitting 3 points ahead of him. So, I don't know. Do you guys think Wade's going to beat Timmy's time? 128 seconds is fast. I mean, he was moving. Hello. Who do we have on the line? Yeah. I love that he's like, so who do we have on the line,
He
guys?
just says it without even looking at the line.
He's like, oh, yeah, it's Wade. Bouncing through those rocks. It looks like some of those guys are taking that far left lane. Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, there it went.
Man.
He can still finish with a good time, but he's not going to beat Timmy's time now.
I don't know. I still think it'd be really hard to beat Timmy. Yeah.
That flat tire.
And you want to be
not gonna help.
you want to be really careful when you have a flat tire coming down that super steep rock section.
Yeah, you definitely lose some control.
I think his tire is now off the rim. No, it's still hanging on, barely. That thank goodness for bead locks.
He was just saying during the break that he was trying to make these tires last through the rest of the season. It's a lot of dust that Wade just smothered us all in.
A lot. I'm sure that flat tire's helping. It looks like it's just ripping dust off of it. He is still hammering down. He's like,
He made it this far. He's not just going to give up.
Oh, my goodness. That would be awesome if there's like 0.12 second difference between the two.
He'd have to pull some teleporting act around this course for that to happen, I think. He's doing his best with it right now.
He's still hitting the jumps pretty hard. Obviously, cornering, he'll blaze into that corner. Whoa! Coming in hot. I mean, he is moving. He's launching off jumps. That is awesome. I mean,
And he made it
wow.
with the tires still on the wheel.
He's big man. That's a 151.
151.887.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, that was still a great run from Wade. And we've got a lot of drivers still to go. Only 2 down right now for round 2 in the Brannick Motorsports class.
He was absolutely flying through there.
All right, we're going to give him just a second, let the dust clear a little bit. We've got Colby Wilson on the starting line.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see the amount of dust on the lip of the laptop. Like from Wade's run. His flat tire, I think, stirred up a little dust.
Just a little.
Just a little. That was still a heck of a run from Wade Good. I mean, a heck of a run. He was still hitting the jumps and launching off of them.
We want to make sure we can watch this, so we're letting this wind blow the dust out. We just thought it'd be, y'all feel it, right? Save the chant for the end. We all ran out of breath.
Thankfully, we've got a pretty nice breeze out
Yeah.
here today.
And our sun went behind the clouds, and I am so thankful.
Yeah, the temperature's great right
Yeah.
now.
Originally, it was supposed to be in the mid-90s today. I think it's definitely cooled off a little bit. Yeah, TC for the win today, Andy.
All right,
Colby Wilson.
Here we go.
All right, let's go.
We talked a little about him on in his first run. I had Dan Carter up here with me. Dan said he knows Colby but hasn't gotten a race with him in a while. And we talked about the Colby valve
Yes.
that he invented.
Which is a pretty slick thing if you guys haven't seen it. Okay, I would basically put a valve stem in. If you're in an emergency situation, you could push it in, turn it a few times, and air up your tire. Which for off-road people, that's super important. There we go.
Lynette came up here this morning and talked to us a little bit too and said that he's a friend of theirs, that they're especially rooting for this weekend. Russ and Lynette are the owners here at Rush Springs Ranch.
Get up that hill. Come on.
I can see a cheering section
Oh,
out
yeah.
here for Colby.
I'm sure.
Nice. It's actually a pretty sharp turn up there at the top.
It is.
If you don't have rear steer.
And again, you want to be very, very clear when you start coming down this section, just because it's such a rough area.
Zach.
I can't believe that guy. Ooh. Bouncing down that hill. Heading over to the short course.
I wonder what he calls his buggy, if it has a name.
That's a good question.
I haven't heard.
I like the green color. It's pretty sharp. Kind of reminds me of Brian Bebo Watt.
The green. I was just thinking that, Taylor. Green machine. Yeah, but that's still like cheating. Talking to Taylor. Uh-oh.
Something in the front end broke.
No. Yeah, it looks like it may be driver's side.
Yeah, shock maybe.
Is it? Can't quite see.
Man. A tie rod. Stink.
Ah.
Stink.
Yeah, you can't finish a course this long with
Yeah.
a broke tie rod. Shoot.
Dang it. I was hoping it was something
Man, I didn't
simple.
even see it happen.
I mean, it's all pretty much flat from here on out. If it stinks, he can't
Yeah,
finish
if
the
it had been
course.
an
But
axle or something, he
yeah.
couldn't finish.
I see he might have just backed out of the course and said, hey, we'll leave it here.
Got our recovery heading over there to see what's going on. Tiffany, top 3. We haven't had 3 run yet. Well, this is our 3rd driver for round 2 in the bouncer class. So far, we've had Tim Cameron with a 128 and Wade Good with a 151. This is Colby Wilson. So it looks like Colby is off the track conveniently, and we're just going to leave it there and continue on with the race. That's always nice.
It is. I mean, if you're going to break,
Helpful.
at least see if you're going to break. Like, at least break off course, you know.
Save us the recovery time.
Say, hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Although
and a tie
I do
rod,
hate
hopefully,
that,
can.
yeah, he made it through all the
Yeah.
hard part, and then to not be able to finish, that's a bummer.
And he might have broke the tie rod, you know, on that ledge over there and was just hanging on until he got to the short course and took a sharp corner, whipped it around the high bank oval, high bank corner there.
Yeah, Tiffany, Wade gave it a great effort. He had a little bit of a
Yeah.
bobble going up the first hill, and then finished most of the race with a flat tire.
He had a wrap on his hand this morning and asked him what it was from. He said, well, I got 10 stitches a few days ago. I was cutting some stuff on a side-by-side and slip with a knife. And
Ooh.
he said, now I have 10 stitches.
Ouch.
You look different when you left. There was something different.
Got Jay Storch down there in forward play.
Hey, you did a heck of a job, dude. You did a great job. You didn't finish or nothing, but
Here we go.
He kind of went to that right line. Looked like he zoomed up a little bit easier there. And made quick work of it. Again, we'll see what he's going to... Ooh, whoa. Made a big, big turn up there. Kenny runs a Ford engine, obviously. Title's in the name there. And
What gave it away?
definitely hear great power coming from that buggy. He doesn't mind getting out there and just letting her eat sometimes. Again, that's still, you can see it, that buggy just bouncing around through that uphill section.
Kind of a rough hit down there.
It is.
At the bottom.
2 or 3 guys have kind of nailed that big rock sticking at the edge, kind of kicked the rear end over a little bit. Ooh, getting a little wild coming down. Got the short course section left. Getting a little dusty out there. I'll see if I can't get Clyde to water it down for my run. I'll be like, Clyde, water it down a little bit.
Sure, he'll do that just
yeah,
for you,
just for me, right?
Matt's going to be going so fast, he's going to stay ahead of the dust the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the dust is just an added obstacle out
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Clyde planned that, right?
Woo.
Nice.
See what kind of time he got.
167.520 for Jay Stewart's. We've got Kenneth Cozine on the line now and Bad Donkey.
And Kenneth Cozine is another guy who likes to get out there and absolutely lay it down. Kenneth Cozine is also our Highway of the Hill this weekend. So we got some great footage coming to him soon.
Yeah, so we've had Kenneth's been getting to live the life of a reality TV star. He's had Nick filming and following him around, and Nick and Dylan going to be making an episode of Highway to the Hill. So you guys will get to know Mr. Kenneth Cozine a little bit more.
Get up there. Again, he looked like he went a little more right side, which is kind of where he used to run, compared to where our first few drivers went. It looked like a little bit smoother run. Good cutting that corner sharp, come right back down. Woo!
Pretty quick on that.
That was a really fast downhill section.
He's got a good run going.
He has a
right
great
now.
run going. Yeah, he's absolutely flying through there. Again, I think that dust is starting to travel over a little bit, but
Oh no!
No. There we go. He got pinned by a tree. There's a tire coming down. Nick!
Watch out, Nick!
There we go. That is coming through fast. That is bouncing over there. It's a Jeep or a side-by-side it finally stopped on.
That was
Wow. That is a wild ride by Mr. Kenneth Cozine.
What on earth?
Wow. And he's already out giving a thumbs up again. I think he might have clipped a tree up there at the top because he came right around that second tree, and that wheel was wobbling hard.
What, speaking as one who has unexpectedly had a wheel take off
Yeah.
without them before in the middle of a race,
Yeah.
it sucks. Taylor, do we have a replay? Let's see if we do. That tire taking off down
Yes.
the hill. All of us
Yes.
just silently watching.
And it was bouncing right towards Nick, our cameraman. So my bigger worry was it was going to wipe out Nick.
That thing was moving.
You get a, 150-pound tire plus, another 50 pounds of rim. Again, there's the corner he's making flying around there. I'm assuming he may have clipped a tree at one point. That tree right about there he's passing.
You know what I do know for sure is we just got an absolute skinny pedal nomination out of that one.
Yeah, right there you can see it. I mean, he went from whipping on that corner and it broke right off. I thought he was for sure coming over. Luckily, there was a tree there. We've talked all weekend about this is your friend. Trees are your friend. That thing, that's the park owner Russ there. And Nick.
Wisely getting out of
Yes.
the way. Look at that thing go.
Launched through the air.
Oh my God.
It started bouncing. We were yelling for make sure those guys were out of the way.
And then it just kept going.
Zach was on our announcer was saying, don't try to stop it. Just get out of the way. It bounced. Look right between the side-by-sides and the top. By that time, it had slowed
What
quite a
did
bit down.
it finally land on?
There's a Jeep and a side-by-side. I think it finally hit one of those.
That's a
Yeah.
long
That is.
way that tire just traveled.
Luckily, it bounced that far because it had slowed down by the time it got there.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Gotta say, that might be
Oh.
our Skinny Pedal
I
Award winner. I don't know.
I think that is definitely for sure
it's
a winner.
absolutely a nomination.
Yeah, do the wheel.
The wheel.
Yeah.
Not
we should,
Kenneth, just
we
the
should
tire.
set up a microphone, have the tire sit next to it. Like, congratulations, here's your award. All right, so I guess he's going to try to back down the hill. I think the rear wheel's turning much faster than the front ones. I think we'll be okay. Man, that was a wild ride. When that front dug in, I was like, this could be interesting. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad Donkey is for sale if you're wanting to look at getting a bouncer. He might.
Now might not.
Yeah, he might
not
cut you
be
deal.
the time to mention that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Or maybe it is.
Yeah.
It might just got a little cheaper.
I see a side-by-side with the tire strapped to it. Is that Wade?
That's Clay and his dad.
Okay. I don't know if they're bringing their tire over.
Oh, you never know what you're going to see out here, guys. What an adventure.
Oh, yeah. His phone is definitely going to be blowing up. Bro, I saw you run. That was
What an
crazy.
adventure.
Yeah, can I buy? That was awesome. Yeah. Like, that'll buy you a rim and tire.
Man, I didn't think he hit the tree that hard.
Must he hit just barely clipped it enough to, because he really didn't slow down that much. Well, he made. He was made the sharp corner, came around quick, but and as soon as he got about halfway down, that wheel was hanging out. So I don't know if he clipped a tree or. That was pretty crazy.
Well, luckily he's got a little time before we head to Bikini Bottoms for our next race, October 7th through 9th. And hopefully we'll get
Yes.
that all squared away.
Yeah, I talked about having a lot of carnage today, but I didn't think there would be that much carnage on the downhill section. Bikini Bottom's is going to be a great time. Like I said, we've talked a little about quite a bit today. For those of you just tuning in, we have a Iceland crew, 16 teams, 18 teams roughly,
like that.
come with us. They pack all their cars. Last week we were seeing all the pictures of those guys posting and videos of them packing all the cars in the shipping containers. They ship them all over. We unpack them all, bolt them all back together, and race them. So super geeked about that. We have a little promo video, I think. It's ready to go. We're going to watch that. We'll talk a little bit about it after.
Try and start running some lines if you want, like get your introduction. I know you say you do a couple takes. If you want to try and do it one, we'll try. But
Give me
We're going to do everything in one take. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be one take. It's going to be nailed it. Hashtag nailed it.
Hashtag, is that what that is? It is a hashtag. Look at that.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time. Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Power ply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ. What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. What you want?
quick trip or a slow climb.
Come on.
When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
try and start running some lines if you want, like get your introduction. I know you say you do a couple takes. If you want to try and do it, one we'll try, but
Give me
We're going to do everything in one take. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be one take. It's going to be nailed it. Hashtag nailed it.
hashtag is that what that is? There is a hashtag. Look at that.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I'm out there. Grab yourself some new merch today.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
right, guys, we are back here on Hillside Live at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri. Sorry for the extended commercial break there, but we had an extended recovery trying to get Kenneth Cozine and Bad Donkey off the hill. It took a lot of combined brain power and efforts, but mission accomplished. Where did he go now? He took off somewhere. Oh, there he is over there. Okay, so he's off the course. We are almost ready to send Clint Garrison off the starting line. Matt Holt was helping with the recovery efforts and getting ready to race himself. So I have guest commentators Nathan King and Trent Ratcliffe with me here in the booth.
Hopefully Clint Garrison has better luck than he did on lap 1.
Man,
he had
so
one wire come unhooked, and but they got that fixed, so he should have a good lap here.
Yep, he said the fuel pump. Let's see if it doesn't happen again hitting these rocks. He was in search of a zip tie to secure it down and make sure it would not happen again.
It sounds like it's running really well, so.
It's really scary to sit opposite from this hill. And look at this.
Oh, man, he got stuck on the same log that Wade Good did. That log's been causing trouble.
It's going to cause a lot of trouble. Like what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to do what Jay Stewart's did and cut the gut straight through it, and there's a stump in the middle of it. I'm going to try to go in between that stump so I don't have to go over there and worry about hitting that tree or that log.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good route for bouncers. Definitely UTVs couldn't do that.
I saw just mainly all the bouncers that did it have just went straight out the top, but it seems like everyone that hits that left side gets hung up on that stump or the log. Where
I want to know for everybody watching at home, what did you guys think? Did you see Kenneth Cozine's run and the Renegade tire that took off down the hill all the way down to the spectator area? Everybody was fine. The tire was stopped. I don't think it even did a single bit of damage. It came up against another tire on a Jeep or something down there. So it actually ended up really well. But we were all just holding our breaths watching it come flying down the hill. What did you guys think that hopefully got to see that at home?
Right. We definitely were
an adventure out here.
We were a little nosy, went over. Turned out it rolled in between all the razors and hit a Jeep in the tire. So
yeah,
that was
about the best way it could have possibly ended up.
Best case scenario for sure.
Clint Garrison, I'm so glad to see that he's making a full run out of this. He was so mad and disappointed. If you missed it earlier, he made it as far as the rock pile right off the starting line. And after driving 9 hours to come race, and then, that's as far you make it, 10 yards? That is super disappointing.
It is frustrating. And he had tight time getting here. He missed the Unlimited Cup yesterday, had somebody race for him, but made sure to make it for Bouncer, so that's unfortunate for him. But he's laying down a smoking time right here, using that rear steer to go around that turn. He's definitely got better with the rear steer. He's been practicing, I can tell.
It's been fun watching him step up from the UTV classes that he's been racing in for quite a while with us now into the Bouncer this year. He's been doing a really good job. And one thing I've always noticed about Clint and his driving style is he doesn't come out and get wild or crazy or kind of ride that ragged edge. He just is really smooth and consistent.
And that's a great way to get a lot of points. A lot of drivers come out here and act a little crazy. I think we know a little bit about that. Don't do very well in points, but consistent drivers definitely can rack up a bunch of points.
And Clint just had a time of 162.762.
That hold up here on the line.
Matt Holt ready to lay it down out here.
It's always exciting to see Matt.
Speaking of laying it down, Trent, you had an interesting first run.
Literally laid down.
You just rolled over and then kind of slid down flat on your lid and then came to a rest right in the middle of the hill. All 4 tires in the air.
There's a rock that caught my top panel. Can now have a sunroof on it.
Oh, nice.
And that's what prevented me from all the way back down. But I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got a little nervous sitting there.
That's a big hill to roll down. Ask Clay Kaysen.
I would definitely be nervous if I was sitting up there upside down.
Not a good feeling.
It was a pretty good recovery. I mean, it wasn't as long as Bad Donkeys, but it took a good chunk of the day out.
When we have these long hills like this, it's easy to place recovery at top and bottom. We can't just leave people hanging out in the middle of the hill. So that definitely adds a interesting angle to it.
It does.
The hills are figure out how to come out of the recovery.
The hills are super loose, so it's hard to come in from the top without sliding in and winching somebody. You just slide the rig that's winching them, so it's a hard situation on long hills like this for sure.
And the dust out here, dude. The dust, man.
The dust is killer.
It killed your horn.
It did. So of course y'all have always heard the 01 horn. So probably the reason I flipped was the horn wasn't working.
That's probably it.
Y'all have seen that pattern before.
Yeah,
so
we
the
have.
horn got a little choked up
better
with
get
the
on
dust.
that.
So we'll get it back. We'll get a horn going, and we'll do better with the horn.
As dusty as it is out here, though, it's we have been enjoying a nice breeze and some cloud coverage and drop in temperatures. It was supposed to be in the 90s today, but definitely feeling better than that right now. So great weekend of racing here at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri. We are halfway through round 2 of the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. We already completed our UTV Bounty class and youth class earlier today. Great racing from those guys. I've got several good nominees for the Skinny Pedal Award. Trent, your name's on there.
I see my
Nathan
name's
Madison's
on there.
name is on there, too.
Yeah,
I
Madison.
don't know. I think Kenneth is kind of a shoe-in for this one, but hey, it's up to the people.
I'd say Clay's got a
Clay's
good
got a good
run
angle
too.
on it, too.
I mean, the Skinny Pedal is what resulted in what he did. So
I'm glad to see him back out here today
and he's feeling better.
arm in a sling, but he seems like he's doing pretty well.
I think I heard from people talking around that his shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his shoulder blade and ended up collapsing part of his lung. So they got that fixed.
But he's
Was that had that been on me?
No, I was trying to put it on you.
He is back out here and
See what Matt Holt can do.
in good spirits today. Speaking of in good spirits, Matt always
He's laying
Matt's
it
in
down.
The throttle.
always
He is
excited
in the
to
throttle.
be out here. I told him not to take it easy on this hill.
Oh, something looks broke. It looks like his front tire ain't
Oh,
going
don't say
driver's
that.
side.
No,
He's pulling good.
No, he's out. He is out the top.
He was not scared to send it right there.
He rolled up on it and let her eat.
Trent Greg Meadows says, hey, all throttle.
All throttle.
That is correct.
Why didn't you make it, Greg? You should have come.
All right, Matt's taking out some little bushes up there.
It is a weird turn up there. There's a lot of grass and a lot of stumps hidden in that grass. We definitely walked it, found the stumps. Didn't make it that far, but we had a good game plan.
It's funny
You
how
might tell me that game plan.
you can walk these hills
Don't hit
over
the stumps.
and over.
That would be my
Are you
game
able to see him?
plan. Probably now. You couldn't before. But now that all that grass is gone.
All right,
I
Matt,
hit a
come
stump
on.
and busted my tire.
The
It's
hill
on
won't
you.
hurt you.
You hurt my feelings. Is it running?
It does not sound like it.
It's running. He's just easing on down.
Well, you might be.
I know that this was part of his plan.
See, look, I
he
flipped
told
over
me
right
so.
there.
There are some
I
rough
flipped
ledges through there. Definitely it's smoother to go faster, but taking your time is smart on a rough hill like that, I guess.
Yeah, that hill will throw you
Might
on
help
your
prevent
top.
some breakage.
Yep. He wants to go home and not work on his buggy.
Can't blame him for that.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, Matt. Not that way.
Not that way, Matt. Left.
Left. Wrong way.
Hopefully he figures it out.
After all the
There you go.
people we've
Hold on.
watched, okay.
Yeah, usually he gets the lines the best because he
buggies.
watches everybody.
He's good.
He gets the best view.
Did Matt not do his homework? Study
Matt's
that
going the
map.
wrong way.
Matt, no.
Matt, no. He just broke the course, folks. He's going the wrong way. He's supposed to hit the hill right beside him on the other side of the Mickey Thompson flag.
He was like, this looks right.
Hey, he's
It's a
making his
big
own
hill.
line, and he's in his own world right now.
At least if he having fun, that's all that matters.
He's in the zone.
That's right.
Uh-oh. His motor ain't running. You hear it?
May have been choked up on all that dust because there is a lot of dust.
I know the feeling. What are they all yelling at?
Uh-oh. We might have another recovery break.
So Bill is yelling at him right now that he is, in fact, on the wrong hill.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, he does have brakes and also all 4 tires.
That
It
helps.
might be an easier recovery.
That makes a difference. I can't tell if he cut the buggy off because he got confused or if it cut off on its own.
I would be nervous to turn off a buggy mid-hill because you lose. Even if I'm going
What
the
you
wrong
doing,
way. Uh-oh.
Here he
He's
goes.
nervous. He can't steer. If he has hydro steer, he won't be able to
It looks
steer.
like he's able to steer.
I don't know. I'll be pretty nervous having to back
It might
off
be
something
on,
like
though.
that,
We
too.
might just not be able to hear it.
I took
No, it's not on.
No, I took my headphones off to listen. I'll be nervous. I'm with Matt on this. I'll be nervous to back down something like that too. But it's all about safety. You're strapped in. You shouldn't be able to see behind you.
Right. Technically, though, he can start it back up and continue on.
I mean,
as long as he gets back in the line.
We put a backup camera in the Avenger.
Yeah,
it's got a little,
that's what
like,
he needs
rear
right now.
view mirror-sized screen. Actually, where the rear view mirror used to be before I broke it off when I rolled it over accidentally.
Oh,
that helps. I recommend them.
Really? Where did you get yours? I might have to invest in that.
I think it's just like a marine or auto. Just
something
review,
something you just put
Oh,
on.
he took out a flag. Oh, there goes another flag.
Oh, man.
And a flip.
Recovery.
You know, that was a graceful flip. That was
That's
so
almost
graceful.
like what I did, but
What
midway
just
up the hill.
happened?
Matt's just having a good time.
I thought he just cranked the
He
buggy.
needed somebody out there guiding him.
Mm-hmm. Matt's just here to put on a show, and he did that. But then he got tired and laid over, just like you.
Man, that's not even funny. You laid over too on the second hill. Hurts my feelings, Nathan. I might need a co-pilot.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Get her.
Are you nervous to
I ain't
ride
riding
with
with
me?
I'll take over the live feed.
Are you nervous to ride with me?
Would you ride with me?
Yeah.
Well, then you're dumb.
Tiffany said Matt looked like a fainting goat. That's about
Why
right.
not? I got a passenger seat.
All right, guys. So for everybody watching at home, this is Hillside Live, and that is Matt Holt laying on his side down there at the bottom of the hill.
All I gotta do is close your eyes.
Gonna get him the help that he needs. And we are about halfway through course 2 in the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. Literally right at halfway. Well, we still have Randall Key, Justin Wills, Daniel Heckley, Trent Ratcliffe, Jack Porter is not going to run, Adam Coots, Brandon Davis, and Dex Browder on the list.
And who are we on right now, Matt? So I have
Did
1,
Dex get
2,
fixed?
3, 4.
Do you guys know?
He is
Dex.
broken. He is not going to be able to
Oh
fix.
my God. You scared me.
So Dex and Jack
Unless he did some magic, but
are out.
I highly doubt he brought a drive shaft with him.
We're going to get Matt some snacky snacks and some Mountain Dew to fix him up. He'll be right as rain.
So we have 4 more people until I run. Listen, you got 4 more people to decide if you're going to keep your eyes open or
There
closed.
are 3 more people, and then it's your run.
You know, I actually don't need 3 people. I think I'm going to go ahead and decide right now. I'm going to
Why?
sit right here.
Dude, I'm a good driver.
Says the one that was on his lid in the middle of the hill.
Well, maybe if I had him riding on that side, he would have weighed us down. It would have made the buggy sit down, and
So
we
then
would
you
have
would
been
have
good.
just rolled all the way to the bottom of the hill.
No, it would never rolled because it would never came up off the ground.
I see.
I don't know if that's
physics.
how that works.
It's physics, right?
Physics, yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing y'all need to know about Trent is he likes to get lost. You do better with the co-pilot because I can sit there and point, be like, oh, you need to go there. That's the course. Helps him out a lot.
I get very confused in corners.
Here in a second, Matt will be able to tell us himself, from the man himself, what happened.
Tiffany wants to know who's talking up here with Trent right now. It is Nathan King. I've got
Brittany?
2 guest
your secret
commentators.
lover?
I have no clue. Obviously, she doesn't know me.
There you go. Now you guys can see for yourselves.
Dude, I look like a dirt baby.
So,
You're a little dirty.
what's her name, Brittany?
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Jack's
Tiffany,
wife,
I'm
Tiffany.
sorry.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I drive the 01
Tiffany
Razor,
Porter.
who likes
My
to flip
bad.
a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, watch it. She'll get you.
Is Prudence or Taylor Giles in this? Let's see here.
I think our 30-minute recovery might have lost us a couple viewers that were on there. But what are you doing on my phone?
I'm just looking.
Recovery is definitely a hard thing to power through.
Yep, gotta have it, but it's definitely not entertaining.
Correct.
So thank you guys for sticking with us here on the show. We've got 6 drivers still to go, if I'm not mistaken, in our bouncer class, and that's going to wrap
win it,
up
right?
our weekend of racing.
I think Trent's going to win it.
He might.
Well, just lap 2, obviously.
The time for you to beat is 1:28, Trent. What do you think?
That's no problem.
I tell you when I get past the rocks.
Okay.
When I get to the top of the first hill and second. You got a slow leak in your front tire, by the way. They just said that over the radio. I'm going to get kicked off.
You're getting kicked.
We'll save
Good luck in your driving.
We'll save that for tomorrow.
I'm glad I'm not being a co-pilot. All right, come on, Nathan. You're coming with me. I'm going to sit right here. This is a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, he can't leave me by myself up here, Trent.
Right.
I'm sorry. You got this. Good, we're sending the love. All the way up the hill with you.
That's the least of our problems.
That's my problem right now.
Yeah, it's a slow leak. Yeah.
Slow leak in the radiator.
The fact that you're the first person to turn your buggy over on a race hill without the motor running is impressive.
He's
That
not,
is a
he's
skill.
not the first person I've seen roll over because they were backing up without somebody helping them. That was not your fault, Matt.
I'm aware.
And we're back.
You should have had better guidance.
I would like to concur with that.
I would have come out there and helped you myself if I'd known that nobody was
It's okay.
backing you down the hill.
We'll fix that for next time.
What happened to the motor?
It's pretty locked up, I'm sure.
Oh.
Hence why I stopped. I didn't stop because I wanted directions. I stopped because it was not going.
We weren't sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I heard Bill yelling at you.
I kind of liked it, though. I liked you making your own course.
You know, I paused and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this way. And I got about halfway up and I realized it's not the way.
You know, those hills kind of all look alike.
And I could have turned around and came back and looped it again, but the motor was definitely not. Could be an alternator. Sometimes an alternator will not charge your battery. If it doesn't charge your battery, your motor will act very locked up. But the starter was clunking really hard, so
we'll hope
find
for the
out.
best.
We'll find out.
Justin Wills.
Justin
on the
Wills,
line.
my boy Jay Wills is on the line.
Justin was our Skinny Pedal Award winner from our Hollywood race.
Hopefully he got his flipping out of the way, so he'll go up this hill no problem. And I may have jinxed him. I had confidence though.
Making some noise up on that hill. Again, this is Justin Wills heading up in that Digging Deeper race crew. That purple and pink buggy with green accents. His daughter Gatlin Wills also races with us. He's sitting 4th, 5th for the season. I'm not sure what's going to shake out after today.
Every angle we go to, it's just dust.
We're going to have a little different way everybody's sitting at after this race. We can having all kinds of change-ups. Again, Wade Good's sitting in 2nd. Timmy's sitting in 1st for the 2nd course. J-Store sitting in 3rd. We've had like 4 DNFs. So definitely interesting for the day.
The bouncers have had a rough time on these
They
hills.
have.
Almost rougher than the side-by-sides.
Yeah, we saw a lot of carnage again. Justin Wills out there on the line. Out there letting that big motor eat.
Dust has been a challenge for multiple drivers. I've heard multiple drivers, especially on the track where you come back where you've already been.
Yep.
The dust hasn't cleared
Having
yet.
to drive through the cloud.
Quite a few people have had problems with that.
Again, Justin waiting for that dust to clear. Get out there and get a big hit.
We're going to do a real quick interview with Kenneth Cozine.
So, Mr. Cozine had probably one of the wildest rides of today, and almost was even worse. So, tell us what happened. We obviously saw the tire break off, roll down the hill.
Let me make a note real quick on what's happening on the screen. Justin is out of the buggy.
Making some changes, it looks like.
Now, as long as he can do it himself, it doesn't matter if he gets in and out. He just can't have help from anybody else.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh!
Again, yesterday he wadded up his starter cable going from the starter to the master switch, so he wrapped that around his drive shaft yesterday doing some testing and tuning. So I would say he's trying to get bolted back in. He might have had an issue that cable came loose again, maybe, or again, some kind of issue with that, so... Looks like he hopped back in, hit the starter button.
He got it running again. It's going to take him a second.
Strapping in as fast as he can.
All right, while he's doing that, Kenneth, what was happening up there? What was going through your head when you were watching your tire fly down the hill without you?
So I knew I had a little bit of time to make up to get on the podium. You know, I ran a.
You had a really good run
I had a
going.
fifth place run on hill 1, and
Yeah.
I was trying to make up some time. The hill, you know, everything felt great until the top when I made the turn for the second downhill, and I think the hub actually broke the studs that connect to the knuckle. I think it broke down here when I hit
that ledge.
Hit hill 2, and I noticed that the wheel was laying out on when I made the turn, and then I lost brakes. So once the wheel left the chat, of course, it ripped the brake line off and lost brakes after that.
So it was a pure God thing that you caught that tree.
Yeah, and when it started over, you know, that's one thing that's been in the back of my head the entire weekend. You know, they cleared off the hillside for the hills, but you know, we look for trees to go to when
you
something
want
bad
something to
happens.
catch you on a hill this
And luckily, again, it was right there, kind of hooked that front tire. We talked a
Right.
lot about this weekend
Right.
about how trees are your friend on a
Right.
hill like this
Right.
because the last thing you want is, you know, catch a bad bounce at the top and roll all the way down the hill. So, you know.
All right,
Man.
Justin Wills, unfortunately, a DNF. Not sure what was going on out there for him. He was trying. He did everything he could.
Yep.
There's been quite the shakeup in points.
It has.
Season
really
points.
has.
I mean,
We were just talking about this day today is going to be crazy for how the points kind of shake up.
Looks like Daniel Heckley coming to the line now. Kenneth, anything else you want to let us know? You're definitely in the running for the Skinny Pedal Award now.
Yeah.
That's a
That was a
given.
wild ride.
yeah, it was definitely a wild ride. I'm thankful for the people that jumped up on the hill and helped me.
And that tire landed in pretty much the perfect spot down there for as far as it went. Apparently, it went between two razors and then was stopped by another tire, so it didn't do any damage or anything.
I was thankful that it didn't hit
Or
no
hit
one.
anybody,
That was
yeah.
that was my first question. Was
We were all watching with
making sure
bated
that it didn't
breath
hit
because
nobody, so.
it was really moving. But hey, that's always an adventure out here.
It's part of
Keeps
racing.
things
I mean,
exciting.
we've got to hustle and get everything back together so I can get back to work tomorrow. So we've got a 9.5-hour drive, and I've got a buggy on 3 legs. My donkey's missing a hub. So.
Well, I know you've probably got all the help that you need out here, and we'll let you get back to it and get to your drive home. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, guys.
Again, that was Kenneth Cozine with Bad Donkey. His donkey has been very bad. It's going home with no supper tonight.
Woo! No supper, 3 legs.
The white box, that white box right there, you can see one sticking out of it.
Again, we've got Daniel Heckley on the line. Danielle Heckley. Again, he is going to come out and make a statement today. Again, he's in that running for that number 3 spot. Definitely been battling quite a bit. If he can come out and romp up this. Woo, baby. Again, you can hear that Hellbent chassis roaring through that holler.
Hell bent and hill bent today.
It is. Daniel Heckley smoking this run. Roaring through here. We're about halfway done with the bouncers for today. Had a few longer recoveries than normal.
Yeah, this hill's been a little bit rough on us today.
He is flying through that course.
Man, looking like a really good run.
He is
Daniel
flying.
Hackley. Flat tire and everything.
Wow, 145.223 for Daniel Heckley. That is a smoking run set by him.
That's a second place time right there.
Just bump Wade Gu down a little bit. We talked about him having that 15-point lead coming in today. If you got a couple more fast times, Timmy might be able to make up some more points. We'll see how it shakes out. Again, we got Brandon Davis to go yet. Looks like Clint Garrison, Trent Radcliffe, Adam Kuntz, I heard, is pulling to the line. Again, bouncing through that rock section. Again, it looks like everybody's starting to favor that right line. Oh! There is a couple ledges after that. Again, just ripping out that straight drag race to the top of that course. Using that rear steer to whip around up there.
Silently coasting down.
Yes, yes. Kind of extreme to go from this super loud roaring engine to just perfect quiet.
And the dust stirred up makes it look all misty and smoky out here.
Again, taking his time transitioning over to the short course. Hitting those jumps. Watch him rip around that high bank oval. Absolutely flying through that section. Coming out of there. One 138.
158.838 for Adam Coots.
Not a bad time. Not a bad time.
All right, here's Trent Ratcliffe pulling up to the line. Trent was up here talking with us for a while. He had a little bit of a difficulty with course one. Ended up on his lid and hanging out in the middle of the hill for a little while. Let's see if he can get across the finish line this time.
He's one of our newer bouncer drivers. All right, clock is hot. Oh, reverse, Terry, back up. Again, that's such a squirrely section right through there. You have 2 or 3 large boulder faces. You got to kind of and a giant stump in the middle. So you have to kind of choose right or left. We've seen early on today they chose left, and then later on the day they started going right. Looks like right might be the faster line.
Getting after
well,
it.
Motor sounds well. I think that time he kind of started the right, bounced a little bit to that left of that big stump right in the middle.
He was trying to talk Nathan into riding with him.
I think Nathan would do well in a big bouncer. I think he would do just fine. Yeah, not in the passenger. No, he wouldn't be okay with that. I could hear him now. He'd be like, I want to drive. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go.
Oh.
That does not sound
What
good.
is that? Oh, no.
Maybe he can restart it?
There it is.
All right.
That definitely didn't sound right.
I would much rather have the buggy die going uphill than going downhill.
Oh, yeah.
So at least we got that one out of the way, you know. Hopefully a nice smooth transition coming downhill.
He's
trying to get turned around up there. It's actually a very sharp turn, and it's it's still on a hill too. So you got to kind of remember that.
I think he kind of missed the turn and went a little wide, didn't he?
We saw Jay
That
Storch
didn't
cut
look like where everybody else was
real
coming
wide.
down. Hey, whatever works. Is it?
Again, you can see him start to kind of
No,
slowly,
at the top, Taylor.
slowly go a little bit more to the middle of that hill. There's a little bit smoother transition right now. There we go. Hardest part knocked down. I like these are a little bit smoother, a little bit easier transitions. There were several medium-sized ledges there with a lot of rock and debris falling down.
All right, hard part's over with.
Just got the short course left. Still having some fuel delivery issues, it sounds like. Again, not sure what that is. We've had a few guys today with fuel delivery issues. Clint Garrison will be up here shortly. He had fuel pump came unplugged this morning.
Clint Garrison already went. Oh, Trent, getting a little squirrely on the tires there. Uh-oh. Okay.
All right,
And we
to the
have a
finish line he goes.
309.750. We've got Randall Key on the line. I believe we've got just 2 drivers left in our Brannick Motorsports Bouncer Class Course 2. Brandon Davis is going to wrap it up for us after Randall.
As Bree talked about earlier, Randall's one of our drivers that races with hand control, so he runs the entire buggy, steers, shifts, and runs his rear steer. Oh, get over there, Randall. Go, baby, go. And runs rear steer with his hands. Gas, brake, steering, and rear steer. That's hard to do. I couldn't do that probably well with both hands and feet.
It's a whole lot of multitasking.
It is.
Randall's been in the sport pretty much since its beginnings and has probably made it to more races than anybody else out here. Anybody else, any of our other drivers out here today. Can definitely tell he's gotten a lot more comfortable in the Undertaker buggy now. I think this is his 3rd race in this one. He raced Blaze and Rage for a long time. You guys might remember those.
Go, baby, go. And again, Randall is using hand controls for all of this and uses his rear steer pretty well.
While we watch Randall finish his run, we've got young Ava Garner joining us here in the booth. Ava raced in our youth class today and did a heck of a job.
Thank you.
Do you know where you ended up for the day?
First place.
You did.
What?
You got first place, girl. Well done.
Last race I got last and then straight up to the top.
Heck yeah.
What's the difference? What changed?
Last
You've
to
been practicing?
first.
She's shaking her head. She's nodding her head, yes. So you've been practicing. You practice at home?
At home, and then my dad has a course behind our neighborhood.
Oh, awesome. So you get some good practice time in.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I saw you out here last night pre-running the course, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, it clearly made a difference for you, going from last place, like you said, up to first place this time. Well done. Are you going to be racing at Bikini Bottoms?
Yes, ma'am.
And finals?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, you keep on practicing. What did you think about this course out here today, Ava? We see Randall Key out on there right now. The youth class raced on the short course as well earlier this morning. What did you think about it?
Honestly, it was really fun, except the last hill. I just zoomed and then hit, and it hurt.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a lawn dart on that last one.
But all you do is have fun and do your best.
That's right. You're a fast learner, Ava.
Thank you.
Looked like Randall just took a wrong turn trying to come out of the short course section of the track there. Otherwise, he's had a really smooth run going.
Definitely.
Ava, you ever see yourself getting into a big bouncer or even just a UTV?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't
Not
know.
for you? It's all right.
198.467 for Randall Keys. That puts him top 10.
Well, that's not Brandon Davis. So apparently Dex Browder got Nemesis fixed, and he is on the starting line ready to go. After Dex, we will have Brandon Davis wrapping up our day of racing for us.
Sounds like Clyde says he's going to work on a finishing line timer. I'm not sure if it's just getting...
Ava, what's been your favorite thing so far about this season? Do you have a favorite park that we raced at? Or
I think my favorite thing is like getting to see all my friends and race with my friends.
Yep.
They're really good racers too.
I agree with that. Who are some of your friends that you race with? Tell the people at home they're watching.
Dallas Heckley, Blake Heckley. I forgot her name.
Dex Browder making quick work of that rock section
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw you
Clara
hanging out with
and flying up that hill.
There's so many of them, but most of them are just everyone.
That's awesome.
He actually had a quick uphill section there. Making quick work in the downhill section as well. He broke a drive shaft on the first course.
Yeah, he didn't make it very far on course 1, which, you know, is always a bummer when you travel this far and do what you got to do to come race. So glad that he's able to get that fixed and get back out here for round 2.
That Nemesis buggy is definitely doing work today.
Ava, do you have a name for your buggy that you drive?
Actually.
Is it a 200?
Woo!
Yes, ma'am. And my thing is, for all you Karens out there who want to see the manager, here it is. So, yeah, my buggy's name is the Manager.
The Manager.
I like it. Dex is flying through that short course section.
The buggy Karen was already taken, so might as well use the Manager.
I like it. Boy, have we got some sass in our group
Jumping
of young
through those
lady
jumps.
drivers. Love it. Well, Ava, would you like to say thank you to anybody while we finish watching Dex's run here?
I'd like to say thank you to all my friends and family and my mom and brother who are watching from home. And if any of my friends are watching.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming up here and talking to us, Ava, and well done today.
Thank you for having me.
Dex is absolutely flying through this course. He's going to have a great time. See what he ends up with. .133.872 for Dex Browder. Again, that is a smoking time. He was flying through that short course.
I believe that's a second place time.
It is. Timmy with a 128, Dex with a 133, right behind Timmy. Wade is getting bumped down that list. And again, Brandon Davis is another guy that's going to shoot for that top spot. We'll see where he can end up. Brandon will be our last run of the day.
All right, Brandon. Actually, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Couldn't pass that up.
Wow, just smooth run there. Again, that IFS suspension he has definitely likes to soak up all the big ledges there. Using that rear steer, whip around that corner. Brandon's been racing with us for quite a few years. He runs currently a TCU chassis. It's the IFS buggy. And Menace is definitely a menace on our podium. Zooming up that hill. Again, me and Brandon talked about this downhill section over to our far left. Brandon was saying that he could pretty much go up, push it about as fast as he wants through that downhill section just because the IFS will soak up so much. Which, again, you can make up a lot of time because a lot of guys don't necessarily want to go fast downhill just because of the obviously you could take a bad bounce. Some of those ledges out there is kind of dangerous. A little more cautious. And again, he'll definitely will soak up the bumps on the short course area. That dust is flinging off there.
I'm assuming he's doing a great job out there on the short course.
He is really fast.
There he goes.
We're judging by how fast the dust is whipping off his back tires. Again, you hear that motor sing through that short course section. Look at that, ripping out of the woods there. Ooh, wow.
152.087. I think that's
fifth place.
Fifth place.
Just squeaked right behind Wade Good. I'll say we have.
All right, that wraps it up for our day of racing here in our Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class. So, Matt, can you give us a rundown of where everybody ended up?
We ended up, this is again for the second course, not overall for the day. This is just the second course, not the overall results. We'll do that here at the award ceremony shortly. Tim Cameron coming in first place for that second course. Dex Browder coming in second place. Daniel Heckley coming in third. Wade Good coming in fourth. Brandon Davis coming in fifth. Adam Kuntz coming in sixth. Clint Garrison coming in seventh. Jay Storch coming in eighth. Randall Key coming in ninth. Trent Radcliffe rounding out your top 10. And we ended up having 5 DNFs. So shout out to all the guys that came out here and raced and didn't quite complete the course. But we'll get our final results posted, and we'll have our award ceremony here shortly.
That's right. Thank you guys for joining us today on Hillside Live here at Rush Springs Ranch. We will see you October 7th through 9th at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in Dyersburg, Tennessee. So keep an eye out for more details to come about that. Make your plans to hopefully join us there in person. If not, as always, you can tune in and watch it live. See you guys later.
See ya.